In this lesson, we're going to understand what irrational numbers are and also to find approximate non-perfect roots using a calculator. Now recall that irrational numbers are non-terminating or non-repeating decimal. In other words, if you calculate something and what you get is a decimal that does not stop, that it goes on and on and on with what looks like random like numbers, or if it goes on and on and on and it looks like what to be a pattern of a certain numbers repeating itself, those are what we call irrational numbers. So in other words, these decimals, they're either going to repeat themselves or they just go on and on. They're non-repeating, but they don't stop. They're non-terminating. An example, if you were to take your calculator and find the square root of 17, what you're going to get is a lot of numbers for as many numbers or digits that your calculator window will allow. Even though it doesn't stop, it just continues on and on and on. Now, again, if they don't form any type of pattern or repetition, it is just simply a non-terminating decimal. Still an irrational number, though. Sometimes, though, the numbers will repeat themselves in a pattern. For example, you might have 0.123, 123, 123 that just goes on and on and on forever. But in any case, those are what we call irrational numbers. Just keep in mind that if you're taking a test and you're asked to solve a radical and it's not a perfect root, it's a number which produces an irrational number, just round that number to whatever the nearest place value that you are given. Okay, because again, not all roots are perfect. Some are non-perfect. And for those, we actually expect you to use your calculator. So I'm going to go over 3 of the most basic calculators that I see among students, just to make sure that you know how to use your calculator. Okay, let's do some practice on your calculators. These are the 3 most common calculators I've seen among students, so I'm going to use these 3 as an example. However, if you don't see your model here, no worries. Just go ahead and go to YouTube or Google it, and you'll see plenty of tutorials that explain how to perform certain operations on your particular calculator. So we're going to start with finding the square root of 3. Now, this is a non-perfect because 3 is not a perfect square number, so we know it's going to result in some irrational number, a number that continues on for as long as your calculator window will allow. So for those of you who have the Casio brand, that brand, I think, in my opinion, is probably one of the most easiest to use. It kind of models a computer in a sense. So all you need to do for that one is just locate the square root key and then enter a 3 inside of the box. So that key is located as follows. If you look on the screen there, it shows you exactly where you can find that key. Once you find it, just enter a 3 in there and press enter, and there you have it. It gives you your result. So again, it's going to give you as many numbers as your particular window allow, but on the test, it's going to specifically tell you to round it to a nearest digit or place value, so just make sure you do so. But for now, we're just doing practice, so you don't need to worry about rounding. So for those of you who have the TI-30X 2S series, on that one, you're going to go ahead and press the second key which gives you access to the back keys that are in blue. And then once you locate the square root key, you're just going to enter, press 3 and then hit enter. Okay, and that will take you there to your answer. So those of you who has the TI-30XA, you're going to press the 3 first, and then you're going to locate the square root key. And once you press that square root key, it should give you the answer. All calculators are different, so like, as I said before, if you don't see your brand here, just Google it, and you should be able to find a tutorial on what you need to do to find your square root. All right, so let's go to cube root now, and for the Casio brand, you have your own special cube root key. That's what's, again, that one is so user-friendly there. All you have to do is press second and go, it's over on the first row of keys there, it's the second one there, which you'll notice you had to press shift on that because it's one of the keys in the back keys. If you see that lit up in yellow there, but it shows you that's the cube root key. So once you locate that and you press second and that key, all you have to do is just put your number in, which is 30.19, press enter, and it gives you your answer. Those of you who have the TI-30X2 series, you're going to press second, and then you're going to locate a radical symbol with an X as the index. Anytime you see a radical symbol with the X as the index, that's the key that basically will allow you to put any root in there. You just have to tell the computer or the calculator what root you want. So in this case, you have to press 3 first to tell the calculator you want cube root. Press second and then find that radical key. Press your numbers in that case 30.19, and then press enter. And then lastly, for those of you who have the TI-30XA series, you're going to go ahead and put in the numbers first, 30.19 second, then find the radical key with the X as the index, then press 3 to tell the calculator that you want the cube root, and then press enter. Okay. Lastly, here we want to find the fifth root of 1.35. For those of you who has the Casio model, you're going to press the shift key and then locate it. It's the fourth one on the first row there. So you'll notice you'll have the radical symbol with the darkened black box as the index, and that's the key that allows you to put in any root that you like. So you put your 5 in there where the black box is, and then into the white box is where you enter your numbers, and in that case you're going to enter 1.35, and then just simply press enter and it'll give you your answer. For the TI-30X 2S series, you're going to go ahead and press 5 to tell the calculator that you want to do fifth root, then press second, and then again go to that key that has the X as its index, and then press 1.35 and press enter. For the TI-30XA series, you're going to key in the radicand of 1.35, and then second, then locate the radical symbol key with the X as its index. Put in a 5 to tell the calculator that you want to do fifth root, and then press enter. So hopefully this helps. The more you do it, obviously, the more you'll get it. Or you can always make sure you write it down so that by the day of the test that you have everything that you need there to help you solve and approximate higher roots. So on the test, you could be given any type of number, an irrational number. It could be a very long number, a long decimal, but as long as you have your calculator and you know how to use it, you shouldn't have any problems. As I said before, make sure you also review how to round numbers so that you can round it to whatever specific value you are given. And there you have it.